It's week 1 of the NFL, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Steelers and the Falcons, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and we are underway here on EA Sports. And this opening kickoff will not even reach the landing zone. It hits short of the 20, so that's going to move the ball out to the 40-yard line, and they'll accept that penalty.
Let's go now.
And the play fake, and now Heineke. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Darnell Mooney the target there, but it'll be second down. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Now the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Heineke. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Heineke. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Was certainly not an ideal first quarter for him. Remember, he lost the fumble earlier, and here he ends up on the ground with a sack.
And sometimes what happens when you make a mistake early, you get too cautious going forward. Just cover up the football and take care of it and be able to cut it loose. Otherwise, your offense is going to...
Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. On the return is Olszewski. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They'll be led out by a young man getting the start here in Week 1, a big test for their rookie quarterback.
And to say that this is a big spot is the classic understatement. It's a ton of pressure on this rookie quarterback as he gets to play right away. And let's face it, he's trying to take in every moment from his first start, but at the same time, he's got to focus on what's in front of him.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing is Pratt. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Gunnar Olszewski from 19 yards away. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone, and that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. And that flag accepted. Heineke. The Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go. Hot go. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to...
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ryan Tannehill, 37 yards. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Heineke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Olszewski now to return. Gets past one man. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
At the 22-yard line.
Pratt going to look to throw. This will be caught at about the 3. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Steelers are able to add on to that lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Heineke. And a dump off here to Robinson. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
On play action, Heineke. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Heineke now. It's complete to Robinson. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
This is taken at the 15. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing now is Pratt. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers open the lead up to 34-0. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. So plenty of fireworks here early, 35-0 now as the kick is away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead. And the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line.
Automatic 1st down.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Robinson up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Let's go.
Looking to throw, Heineke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now 3rd down and very long. Heineke to throw it. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to him.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Well, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Oh, some strong running. Oh, how about that? A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Pratt. Able to shake him off. Being chased out left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here's Pratt. And that is incomplete. Here's a peek at their past draft class. And, Charles, sometimes you'll see teams that have really specific needs they want to fill. Some can just say, well, I'm going to take the next best guy available. Maybe we see a little bit of both here in this draft.
I think you're right about that, Brandon.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the 1st half. To throw is Pratt. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. To throw now, Pratt. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. To throw is Heineke. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
42.
Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Now Heineke. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The Falcons on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be third and forever. They'll set up a throw. Here's a screen for Robinson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fighting his way through contact. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
This now a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Pratt able to find the open man. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ryan Tannehill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Brandon, remind me again, this is a rookie quarterback we're seeing?
A rookie indeed.
I mean, because my eyes are telling me something I'm having trouble believing. 5 touchdown passes. He's thrown 5 in this game. Are you kidding me?
Point after try forthcoming. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball is going to come out to the 40.
Come on, man. Set the tone. You better do something.
Automatic first down.
Heineke going to lead the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at the 40.
Come on. Set.
Moore, the man in motion.
Go.
Robinson on a give right side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Ready. Alert. Alert. No.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
go. Here we go. Check, go.
Throwing to start the drive. Pratt. Throw left side complete. That's Reyes. And he just falls short down at the 1 yard line.
First and goal at the 1 yard line.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And he's going to get into the end zone. So the fake spike works, and they score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers extend their lead yet again. We've seen this already from him in this game. Second time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin the drive with Robinson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Check.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Heineke from the gun on third down. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
And they eventually get to him at this. After a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
Ready. Hot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. And fights him off. Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Ready? Ready?
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Robinson with another carry. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Falcons on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. And they can run the score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead.
Ready?
The defense gets them the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
On the set. Set. Ready?
Looking to throw. Pratt. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Let's go. Ready?
On 4th down, Pratt, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers have got it on cruise control. I'm pretty sure that was a passing play, but he took off pretty quickly and ran with it.
Love his decisiveness on it because you're exactly right. He was supposed to go back in the pocket and survey the field and throw the football. But when that hole opened, he just said, forget it, let's go. And boy, did that work out well.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Returnable here from the 38. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Off play action. Pratt. He's got the rookie from Georgia. That's Brock Bowers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That's to Bowers once again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Brock Bowers with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Steelers are pouring it on. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Point after here coming up. And the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact.
I don't ever slow, I don't take shit. I know, get the fitness. If you wanna play tough, I don't wanna hate this. I'll always show up.
Second and 10 from the 25.
Ready? Hot, hot.
Here's Heineke. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Hot, go.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. It's the rookie, Drake May, with 2 touchdown passes. We'll stay in the AFC South as we head one state over to check on the Indianapolis Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they lead the visiting Houston Texans at halftime. It's Anthony Richardson, the Florida man, with 3 touchdown passes. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still going. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers just continue to roll. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in 1 game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They go play action. Now Heineke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now Heineke. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game. So that is a big one, folks. Can you believe it? 8 passing touchdowns in a single game until today. That had never been done in NFL history. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Kicking team.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you do.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Nick Herbig in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing, Heineke. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
To number 38. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
On the jump. Ready. Ready.
Throwing is Pratt. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Tannehill with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Under pressure, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Set.
Heineke. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The 20, 10, 5. Oh, a good move at the 5. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Ready. Ready, ready.
Pratt going to look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Ryan Tannehill, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers extend their lead yet again. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time, and now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. So out come the Falcons now. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Check, go.
Heineke now. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And taken right on the 30. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Steelers have got it on cruise control.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there, a punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So his
Ready, ready. Get up.
throwing now is Pratt. Fighting to stay upright. Flush to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 22-yard scamper. And the Steelers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So that's going to set the new standard for quarterbacks. It's a record 5th rushing touchdown of the game. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Heineke going to lead the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10. Heineke to throw it. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dean Lowry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
A try here for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Looking to throw, Heineke. Checks this one down to Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there in this passing game.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Nightmare of a game continues for this quarterback, brought down with the game already decided. This sack adds insult to injury for him. Multiple turnovers, down by multiple touchdowns, now dumped early in a drive in the final quarter.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Taking on the midfield logo. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. Ready.
To throw is Pratt. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Set. Ready.
To throw now, Pratt. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Okay, break.
The coverage by Joey Porter Jr.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Now Pratt. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Turning into a really good performance on the road, Week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so this is going to be whistled dead, and the ball's going to be placed up at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Let's go. Set go.
To throw is Heineke. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Ready. Go.
Here's Pratt. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Tannehill from 6 yards away. And the Steelers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end.
Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Heineke. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, we all know this quarterback had to spend plenty of time studying prior to the game, but he has to be tired of seeing these guys, especially him. 3rd time now he's brought this quarterback down. Whole defense has had a great game, but 3 sacks, not hard to find who one of the leaders of that effort was.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Come on, set. Set up.
From the shotgun, it's Heineke. And he's going to go down again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Let's go ahead and put check marks by it all, partner. No points. Down by 4 touchdowns. Haven't had anything going today on offense. Why not add a late sack to the mix? Obviously, a day to forget for all involved. But let's give plenty of credit to this defensive effort. They've been excellent from start to finish.
Here's Bradley Pena now, standing just about on his own goal line. The return is Olszewski. So a change of possession here on the punt.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Okay, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready? Ready, ready?
Throwing to start the drive. Pratt. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. So a good catch there by a guy who, let's face it, should not have been on the free agent wire.
I'm like you. I can't believe he was available. I bet there was a long line of teams who wanted to get him.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Pratt. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Dean Lowry, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Ready, set.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Set, go.
They'll set up to throw. Buying time. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I noticed you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of...
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This will be fielded at the 17. There he goes, left side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Gunnar Olszewski with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Steelers are pouring it on. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Fighting through pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, it's an old chestnut, but let's face it, offensively, they've got to have some pride here because this has been a worst-case scenario all game for them. Keep putting in the effort. Keep trying to keep your quarterback upright and get through the end of this one as quickly as possible.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Heineke. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance.
And there he goes again. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this is going to set up 1st and goal inside the 5-yard line. Looking to throw. Pratt. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers just continue to roll. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, Heineke. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Heineke from the gun on 3rd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Olszewski now to return, and he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards.
First down.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Taken right around the 44. And he's going to give his guys great starting field position as he dives to the ground to get as much as he can. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and